Morning all, on to the next job. I've done a bit of work on the pigsty, rebuilding, reinstating an old wall over the last few weekends really. Haven't filmed it just because it's more stonework, and over the last couple of years you've seen me do more than enough of that. So the next job is, I'll spin you around and show you kind of where I'm looking. This big barn here, which is, I don't know, for your bearings, the root store up there, the outside steps there, the pigsty there, which is the last wall I've just built. I'll just take you there and show you that, but I'll show you properly in a bit because I haven't finished pointing it yet. And this big barn here, or I call it the big barn anyway. I don't know whether it's an old granary or what it is. I'd be surprised if it is a granary. Actually, we don't grow much up here on the borders, all dairy and sheep. Anyway, so in short, what I'm doing is putting a first floor in, or reinstating a first floor. I've got some steels from a local steel man, thanks Bones, for 5.7 metre lengths of 28 kilograms per metre, 203 high, I can't remember the size. I spec'd it all from tables, and because I'm reinstating, sorry for the contrast there, but I'm reinstating the old floor. So it was filled with scaffold, gym stuff for the missus, certainly not for me, and just bits and pieces, my shot blast cabinet, mowers and stuff used to live in here, but I've cleared it all out, well, all out. I've put it here at one end of it, and I've put, oh, the gym I've just put right in the middle, but I've put a tower platform round. The ceiling level is fairly low. I've sprayed some red marks on the wall, which are stones I need to take out. So I'm putting 4 steels across the width, and then I'm having some joists, some timber joists, 9-inch deep, probably 9x3s, running at 90 degrees to those. So that's the plan. I'm reinstating an old floor. Come up the ladder onto the scaff and I'll show you. I'm reinstating an old floor that, well, I can show you. I think it's a clear span of about 5.4. Sorry for the noise again. But if I spin you around, I don't know, I've only got small hands, but that's 4 inches deep. So a 4-inch beam spanning a 5 metre span. In my head, I'm an engineer, no structural engineer by a long stretch, but mechanical engineer, so I've kind of got a slight head for things like this. Right then, carry on. I've just turned my laser on so you can kind of see my floor level. Hopefully see my floor level. Probably maybe a bit better that side. On camera it looks a lot lighter than it really is. I've got these 2 incandescent bulbs up there. Pretty useless, but they're enough to not fall over things in the dark. Anyway, so my floor level is that. That is the downstairs ceiling level, what will be the downstairs. The ceiling's only going to be 2.1 high, along with most other ceilings in this house. They're all very low. And I will be, these are modern, terrible, hideous trusses joined with nail plates, all joined in the middle, right there, right where you want the weight to the roof to be pushing. Anyway, that's where they're joined. I'm going to be doing them in oak at some point. It's not part of this project. This project is just the floor, just the first floor at that. I want to have this as a garage. I'm going to reinstate a garage doorway in the end and put a 2-post lift in, and then half of the upstairs that isn't covered with lift is going to be a mezzanine type thing. I've got some CAD in the house there. I'll show you. I'll spin you around that and show you my thought. I think from memory it's about 12 or 13 meters long, just under 5.5 meters wide. So it's plenty big enough for. I've got a pickup. Well, for you Americans out there, it's a tiny little pickup. It's like a Matchbox one, but I've got a pickup. It's for cars around here, fairly big. Does what I need it to do, but I think I can get 2 of them in, nose to tail, and 1 in the air if I need to, but I'm craving a garage workshop. I like prattling around with cars, so I'm craving having a workshop back again. I've just put planning permission in to extend this roof line, not to the same level as this, but I want to get an upstairs, knock this barn into the or knock the house into that barn. I want to raise the roof of it and put a bedroom that I've lost upstairs. I put a nice bathroom upstairs in, and I lost a bedroom in doing that. So I want to put another bedroom up there and have a mezzanine over there. But that workshop, that is currently my workshop. A lot of tools in there, a lot of kit. So that needs emptying. There's nowhere to empty it. I never thought I'd run out of space in this house, but I ran out of space pretty quickly. I need the upstairs in this big barn I'm standing in to put my stuff. So that is the reason I'm doing this now. I'm not going to do the floor, the concrete floor. I need to buy the lift before the floor. And before I buy the lift, I need to knock a hole in the end of the barn, or re-knock the hole in the end of the barn. And I haven't really got the money for that at the moment, if I'm going to be spending too much money on that extension. But I need somewhere to put my things. So that's that. Back to in here. You can, I don't know if you can see that. It's better in the proper dark. I'll see if I can close this door again. I can just about see that, but you can see what I'm doing anyway. So there's going to be 4 holes knocked all the way through there. The steels are going to be fed from outside through those holes into sockets in this wall. This wall's a lot rougher. I think it'll be a lot easier to knock holes in that than this wall. But I'm going to try. I've started on one of them. Again, I'll climb up and show you. So you can see there, I've knocked one little one little hole for the steel there. So the steel's going to poke through. I need to move that barn consumer unit. Needs moving. It'll be probably downstairs to save them to lengthen cables. I'll shorten them and have them mounted a lot lower down in the downstairs, but I just need it out the way for now, so we're going to take it off the wall. Obviously disconnect power first, but I'll do that probably a bit later on. The village's internet, I don't know if I told you that, is powered from here, powered from that barn. So I'm very unpopular. If I do anything to disconnect that, I soon start getting phone calls. So that's pretty much where I'm up to. I'll carry on knocking a hole in the wall. I'll film one of them, knock a socket, move the board, and then I need to cast some concrete pads in the wall here, on which the steels are going to sit on. So that's the plan. I've only got the steels now. I haven't got the timbers or anything else for the floorboards, but I just want to get the steels in for now. The rest of it can be done from inside, really. But as I said, it's, I don't know if I did say October now, 19th or something, I think. So I'm getting towards the end of the lime season, so if I can get these steels in and the lime, the holes filled up back on the outside, happy days. If not, I can wait till the spring. Doesn't need heating in here, well, heating, it doesn't get heated, but it doesn't need, if it freezes in here, it doesn't make any difference. There's no water, there's no services, no nothing. So it's just a storage shed at the moment. So that's that. I'm not very good at filming before I start things. I kind of set the scaff up this week. It's taken a while getting everything level and stuff and all that, but you don't need to watch me do that, or you didn't. If you did, sorry, it's too late. That's that.